Guys, how are you doing? Now today we are back with some more Doki Literature Club. And as I say those words, I look at every single character. Alright, from Sayuri to Yuri to Natsuki to Monica. If you can't remember names, congratulations to me. And today we're gonna be playing a bit of Doki Literature Club, in which I haven't played for a long time, and I realized that, right? I mean, even Deadpool is putting a gun. Well, he's putting a gun straight over there, but when he's here in real life, he's gonna be pointing a gun at me because he even knows for a fact that I haven't been uploading Doki Literature Club on my channel for a very long time. In fact, most games that I've been playing, I haven't been able to, so I do apologize for that. But today we are back with some more Doki Literature Club, in which I cannot be happier to play. So, who should I show my poem to first? Now, we kind of know the general that Natsuki hates us, alright? She despises us being in this club because of the fact that we're not a girl, alright? Yuri is the shy character who loves reading books. Monica is the leader of this whole club, and Sayuri is our good friend that we know since I don't know, kindergarten. But I'm gonna firstly show my poem to Natsuki. Well, you thought I was gonna go with Sayuri. Well, you guessed it wrong. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Kawaii face. I mean, it's not really kawaii face. I don't know what that face is. Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. What do you mean? That's a little blunt. Exactly. Already, I'm starting to regret my decision for picking Natsuki. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Well, like Baldy? With that freaking ruler of his? No, I don't want to get smacked. I'll pass. Exactly. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Okay, I'm gonna be in the beat of the music, alright? Let's see. Hey. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Why is it called Eagles Can Fly? Don't know. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am honest. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Well, it doesn't have to be sophisticated. It can be simple and spot on. I don't even know if that's the context that I was gonna go for, but you know the gist.
Nope.
Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. So Natsuki is finally seeing brains in us. Like, what the f? I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I messed up that, didn't I? Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Oh my god. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. Oh my god. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Did I expect that from the youngest one here? Did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Of course you did. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. That's actually true. Now, who do I go with next? Sayuri, Yuri, or Monica? I'm gonna go with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem, A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish the reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Making sure for what? That I'm actually bad at writing poems? I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice at you? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. You see the reason why Yuri has the shyness in her? Because to us, it doesn't feel like she's shouting, but in her eyes, to her brain, it does feel like she's shouting. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Exactly. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Exactly, we didn't notice. Right, it's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. So you say my work is bad, huh? And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like a pro or an expert, as it says in the freaking text. Read, dingus! No wonder why I'm called Yash the Dingus in this game. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Because I'm a newcomer, I'm absolutely crap at writing poems. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. See, that's one of the things. Like, I have so many friends that are like that, who are shy but they feel like they've accomplished something, and that's a great feeling. I used to be in their shoes as well, and I used to be in her shoes. I didn't like to share my scripts or my ideas with people, and getting to do that though is like a great opportunity. It's like, oh my god, I actually did it, I accomplished something. So it really does tell her character well, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? That's true. Okay, hang on a minute. Ghost Under the Light. That's a wow. That's an incredible title. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. My god, Yuri. I'm just thinking right now, like, that is amazing. I mean, you guys might be thinking, like, looking at me saying that I can do 10 times better. Can you? Can you? Probably can. I'm still impressed with that. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I was reading that with absolute gargantuan grin on my face. I mean, how was that bad? That was amazing writing, firstly. Amazing. amazing. I wasn't thinking about that at all. Exactly. But it took you a long time to read because I was admiring the freaking poem. I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. Isn't poems meant to be about expressing yourself, not about throwing in huge lines of description on the sheet? Don't tell me I'm wrong. In fact, my character doesn't speak back.
No, I do.
Who said that? Okay. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
No, you don't.
Are you guys hearing that? What was that? Pardon my headphones. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Makes sense. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Haha. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Yes, the dingus. Yeah, that's right, because I am a freaking dingus. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture, which is true for beginners. That's actually true. And when they develop this skill, they tend to write more about themselves as a person. So I really do appreciate the writing on this. It's fantastic. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot of psalm, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. Exactly. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. That's true. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Yes, of course you are. Now who is next? Shall we go with Monica? I think so. Hi, Ash the dingus. Exactly, I am a freaking dingus. Having a good time so far? I am. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? No problem, I will. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Yash the dingus. We all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon, which is true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading this poem, or reading my poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Yuri said something about how Poets often write poems about their feelings. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing it. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. If I can get that help, that'd be fantastic. So don't force yourself to writing the way everyone else wants you to write. That's another truth. Because when you do, you don't feel happy with the poems that you write, or even with anything that you write in general. If you write it the way that you want to write it, it's more enjoyable that way. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Says someone who has a big smile on their face. In fact, no, she doesn't even have a big smile on her face. Well, she does, but she has a, this sort of look, smiling. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. That's what I'm saying. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, I see. Well, let's read it then. Jesus Christ. This is a lot. Okay. Hole in wall. You forgot the. It could not have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No one can see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Holy crap. That's insane. So what do you think?
Bruh.
That was a failure. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the impression behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It has been influenced my poems a bit. An epiphany. That's actually a really nice word. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Why couldn't my writing be just like that? That is the best way to put it. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's my advice for today. I think my advice for the day is actually speak to the developers and see how I can get my freaking sentences to look like grade A distinction level writing. Thanks for listening. Thank you. And the last one is Sayuri. Oh my goodness. This is so good yesterday. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you didn't like it just because I wrote it? If you know what I mean, Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? No wonder why Monica said that me and Sayuri are very similar in a sort of sense. Makes sense. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Yash the Dingus poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayuri hugs the sheet against her chest. It's so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Yash the Dingus. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, this is actually another long one. Okay, let's read this. Let's read this. The way you glow through the blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast! That's probably the best ending of all time. The best ending of all time. That was fantastic. You cannot deny that. That was fantastic. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? She didn't. She used her freaking brain. That's Oscar winning. That is Oscar winning. Sorry. If you want to find out what a great poem is, that is a great poem. That ending, man. I want breakfast! Oh man, you settled everything. You made all the poets, I should say, jealous, alright, of your writing. But yeah, again, Yuri and Monica killed it, so I'm kind of being biased at this point. But anyway, let's just carry on with the reading. Did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night, but at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. It's bad to skip breakfast. What's our famous line? Breakfast! I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. I am. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. A glance around the room that was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh, I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Well, it's all because of Sayuri, but I can't complain. In fact, I'm having a blast of a time. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. That's so cute. Cute? Did she completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Yash the Dingus too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing skills. Or styles. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Yashading is like my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Yashadingish appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? Well, I wasn't the one who's magically grew a size bigger as soon as the Yashadinga started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Yashadingus. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making a poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. How do you explain that to her, Yash the Dingus? Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. Understand that, right, Yash the Dingus? Well, kawaii face, kind of. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know everything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... Who do I go for? Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place, which is true, you know? Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said something that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized? Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayuri, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me for having to look at all of your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. They probably hate me now. No, we don't. Don't say that. I'm already getting like, it's not emotional, but you can feel for these different characters, and it's like they're really talking to you. It's unbelievable how great this game is. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated but after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Asher Dingus, you're too kind. Even though that name does define myself as a dingus, I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. I think, you know what, I need to get some tea of my own, man. In fact, it's actually 9 o'clock already in the evening, so I think I'm just going to postpone that and just get myself some nice ice water. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Dingus, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Kawaii face? Kind of. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those that I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Yash the Dingus. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a long while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between you and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? Oh, no. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, the Dingus, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me feel the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this.